see here in this checklist in a very brief manner. Now, this might not be for everyone watching this course. If you want to go through each step in more detail, learn all of the different processes and options and the reason behind we're choosing things and more advanced skills, I'm going to cover that in the rest of the course. What this lesson is meant to do is just get you, if you're interested, to be able to jump right into Premiere Pro and start making videos. So if you open up Premiere Pro, you're going to get to a screen that looks something like this. Right now, all you need to know is click the New Project button. In the top left, you're going to give your project a name, Crash Course Project. Then you choose the location. You can pick any location on your computer, on an external hard drive, from there and choose that folder. There's all sorts of things you can do in this import panel, which is a new feature that was released in the spring of 2022. And so most of you watching this course probably see this, but if you're using an older version, then you're not going to see this. We'll go over this import menu in a future lesson. What you need to do right now, though, is just click Create, and that's going to create a brand new project. Here, your workspace is going to look like this. You're going to have 3 tabs up here: Import, Edit, and Export. And if your workspace for some reason does not look like this, go up to this button right here, Workspace, click Editing. Make sure you're on Editing, and also make sure you click the Reset to Save Layout button, which is going to make sure it looks exactly like what we have on our computer. Now you'll notice a difference as I cut right now to the rest of the tutorial, which was created with the previous version of Premiere Pro. Know that the top bar has changed, and that's about it. The rest of the features and functionalities are all the same, so I'm going to jump over there now. The first thing you need to do is bring your media into Premiere Pro. That is your video clips, your audio clips, music, graphics, everything else. The easiest way to do that is just to simply drag and drop a folder of files or individual files into project window. Each of these is a different window. Some of them have different panels behind them or different tabs. The project one is sort of where we organize our media. So I can simply drag my video folder in here. I can also drag my audio folder in here. And now it creates a folder structure based off of what my folder structure of my actual documents were on my computer. So it's brought in everything. If there was, for some reason, a file that can't be read, it's not a file for video editing or creating videos, it will not appear in here. The next thing we have to do is start an actual video, or start what we'll call a sequence in Premiere Pro. A sequence is where we're going to be adding all of our video, making our adjustments, and all of those things. So what we want to do is open up our videos folder. I'm going to double click that and change the view of this to icon view. This gives me a preview of what the clips are, and so I could quickly see. You could also read the title if that helps too, or if that's easier in this list view. The video I'm looking for is Talking Head Video, and I'm going to simply drag this onto this little sticky note button. It looks like a square with a little folded up corner, and what that's going to do is create a sequence. And you see over here now in our timeline, that's what this panel is called, our timeline, we have this video, and it also previews up here in the program monitor. Press spacebar on your keyboard to play through this. You can also press this little play button, and it has a lot of other controls up here for your program monitor, and you could play it here. So this video clip was shot with a mirrorless camera, but the audio isn't that good. So what I'm going to do is add the good audio to this video. Another thing you'll notice too before we do that though is I have this little file. It looks like a file. This is a sequence here in this folder. Because I drag the video clip into the new item button, it creates that sequence for us, and that's represented here. If I go back to my master tab for my project, because when I double clicked videos, it opens up this other videos tab, I can go in and I'm actually going to find that talking head video sequence, and you can see the icon is different from videos and sequences. I'm going to drag it to the left so it comes out of that videos folder. See? All right, so now I mentioned my good talking head audio. So that's here under my audio folder right there. Over here on the timeline, just a quick overview. On the top, you have your video tracks. On the bottom, you have your audio tracks. You see V1, 2, 3. Those are different video tracks, meaning you can layer videos on top of each other, and the same for audio. So what I'm going to do is take this audio, drag it down, and you can see now when I drag it, this is just audio, so it's only going to appear in the bottom half of this timeline. I can put it on one of these tracks. So I'm going to just drop it there. Now you should see your waveforms. That's what these little bumps are right here. That's representing audio right there visually for us. To see those better, you can double click in this little blank area right here, and that increases the size of the track so you can see it better. You can also do that up here in the video track to see your video thumbnails. Now, if your thumbnails don't look like that, or you don't see your thumbnails, click the wrench icon right here. Make sure the show video thumbnails is on. Also, click this little hamburger button, the 3 lines right there, and make sure it says continuous video thumbnails. Yours might be set to just video head thumbnails, which is perfectly fine too. It just shows one thumbnail at the very beginning of the clip. All right, so now we have good audio, we have bad audio, but if we play through this, it's all jumbled because it's not timed right. Delicious bread right in your own kitchen. So to sync this up, the easiest way to sync 2 clips is to select both of them by clicking and dragging over them, and see how that's highlighted now. Right click and choose synchronize. Make sure the audio is selected, or this option, and click OK. It's going to process it, and you can see that it nudged the video clip over just a little bit, and now I could play it. In this video, I'll show you and it's pretty close to being perfectly synchronized. Sometimes it doesn't perfectly sync up, so what I might need to do is nudge this clip 1 frame forward or backwards, 1 frame of video. And so the way I can do that here on my timeline, and I could zoom in by pressing the plus and minus keys on my keyboard, or by taking this little slider bar and taking the handle at the end and dragging in or out. So I can move this 1 frame at a time by clicking and dragging over to the left, but that's a little bit difficult to do 1 frame at a time. So the other option is to use the arrow keys on your keyboard to nudge by holding the command key if you're on a Mac, control if you're on a PC, and with the command key selected, press the arrow key left to nudge it 1 frame left, or right to nudge it 1 frame right. And now if we do that, we can actually even see, if I open up this waveform right here and zoom in, we can kind of see that the waveforms don't match up perfectly. This, if I nudge it to the right, it looks like it matches up better and it's going to sound better. Are you ready to make delicious? That sounds like it's synced better. All right, so a bit about editing our audio and clips on our timeline, because now we have this footage synced up. What if I want to just get rid of this bad audio? Well, to do that, if I click on it, what happens is it's linked to our video. So if I try to delete it by pressing the delete key, it's going to delete both the video and the audio. So I'm going to undo that. To just select the audio, hold the Option key on your keyboard. That's on a Mac. It will be Alt for a PC. And click the bad audio that we want to get rid of and delete it. Now I want the beginning of this good audio to match up with the beginning of my talking head clip. So what I'm going to do is hover my mouse over the edge of the talking head audio, click and drag until it matches up. And I'm actually going to move this audio up to track 1, so it's right there. So now if I play this through, it's just the good audio. Are you ready to make delicious bread? Looks good, sounds good, great. If we want to link these clips up, what you can do is select both of them, press Command if you're on a Mac, and then L. Or if you're on a PC, that would be Control L. Or right click and choose link or unlink. So if it was unlinked, you would select both, select right click, and then link. And so now if I click one, it selects both. And the reason we would want to do that is because now if we go in and we edit the ends of a clip, or if we want to take out a segment from the middle, we can do that as well. And it's going to happen to both the audio and video. To make a cut, we can use the razor tool or the keyboard shortcut C on our keyboard. Take that tool and then wherever you want on your timeline, you can make a cut. Or this is what's called the playhead. And this is what I've been clicking to scrub through my timeline. Sourdough. Or you can play through. And then if you have your razor tool, it kind of snaps to that playhead and you can make a cut there. And then if you want to adjust these clips after the fact, we got to get out of the razor clip. So let's click the selection tool, which is V on your keyboard. And that's sort of your main tool for just clicking around and things. It's your standard tool that you're going to be using. So say we just want to get rid of this clip, delete it, and then we can take this other clip and move it forward. So that's how you basically make quick edits. Again, there's more tools and ways to be even more efficient that we'll cover in the extended version of this course. Let's take some music. And any of these clips, if you want to preview it before bringing it to your timeline, you can double click it. And it's going to open up in the source monitor up here. And you can play it. You could scrub through the timeline up here. Let's open up a video up here so you can see. And this is great because we can preview our video up here. We can go through it. And if we like it, we can then bring this down onto our timeline. So first, let's pick a song. So if we pick this one, Fluty Jazz, that's a fun song. We're just going to click this button right here, which is for audio, and drag it down onto our track 2 underneath our talking. Okay, so now we have music and talking. Are you ready to make delicious? But that audio sounds a little too loud. So to adjust the levels of audio, the quickest way to do it is to take this line right here that appears if you have this track open like this, click and drag down. It's saying negative 14.9 dB, and it goes lower and lower and lower. dB stands for decibels, and decibels is the representation of the strength of our audio. And so by decreasing by a certain decibel, it's decreasing the audio level, or the loudness, basically. Delicious bread right in your own kitchen. In this video, I'll show you. So now it sounds pretty good, maybe a little bit quiet. The exact steps to making your so that's pretty good. All right, so back to the source monitor up here, this tab. If I open up a video clip, whether it's from this main project folder or from the bin, right here, and say I want to preview it this way, I have all of this footage, and I'll call this footage B-roll because this is the supplementary footage, that's what B-roll is, that you put over another video to give a visual example of what we're talking about. So this could be for a promotional video, it could be for a documentary where someone is talking, this is me, And then I'm talking about bread, so I want to show some footage of what I'm talking about. That's B-roll. A-roll would be your main footage, your interview or whatever, an event. Maybe you're recording a live event. Your A-roll is your main shot. Your B-roll is your supplementary shots. So say I want to bring this clip onto my timeline. I could do that straight from the project folder or this bin by clicking and dragging this clip onto my timeline. Now notice I have to put it on a different track or it's going to cover up and delete my existing talking head footage. So say I just put it right there, it goes on track 1 for video and audio and it removes my talking head video. So I don't want to do that. If I want to put it on track 2, what happens is now it's going to put the video on track 2, which is great, but then it cuts out my audio, my music rather. So there's a couple quick ways to fix this. One is by opening it up in my source monitor and then choosing the drag video option. So now it just brings the video down and not the audio. Or I can actually lock tracks. And so say I lock my music track and my talking track.